Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? David, Susanna, Sharon. How are y'all doing? I'm glad you're awake, Miss Sharon. Everybody doing okay today? I want to thank y'all for coming in. It's been one hell of a week. Oh, David, I hope it comes back okay. I'm glad you're healing, though. And David, I did listen to you earlier. I love to hear you play piano. You're very, very talented. Susanna hit it on the head earlier when she's talking about it's soothing. Your music helps people to relax. And we appreciate it greatly. Um, David did email me earlier and asked me what I thought about him perhaps making a CD and offering it to people for around $10 plus shipping and handling. And he wanted me to ask what you all would think about that. So if you don't mind, you can give your opinion here in chat if you're in chat, or you can leave comment in the comment section. Thank you so much, Hoot. It's good to see you, brother. I told David that I thought it was a good idea. He is definitely very talented. If y'all have not heard him play, please be sure to go over and check his channel out. If I can get one of the mods to please drop his link in chat. Y'all know Wednesday nights is my short night. One of my short nights because POTB goes live at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. So y'all be sure to check out POTB. He's having some great guests. So make sure y'all check him out. As y'all can see, I'm flying solo. Thank you, Sharon. And I'm okay with that. Thank you, Susanna and Hoot, both for sharing that link. I appreciate it greatly. I have a couple of things I want to share with y'all on the preparedness thing, and I figured we'd jump in to some new stuff. Got a lot going on in the world, and of course, it's not being reported on. Y'all know how that is. First thing, we went to Ollie's last Saturday, this past Saturday. And of course, I love Ollie's. For those that don't know, Ollie's is like a discount store. because I know sometimes ollies aren't everywhere, so some people don't know. Excuse me. And of course, I go in ollies. I always go to the book section first. I'm a book nerd. I admit it. And I was looking for prepping books. Actually, I was looking for some canning books, but they didn't have any. Yeah, David, it's getting really, really rough, and I saw on one of the news apps where the baby food makers are saying that it's still months out before any more products will be put in the stores. So do we hope. Ollie's is awesome. But I did find a couple of interesting books. I don't know. I know some of the other ladies did share, some of their books. And but I found it's called Outdoor Life. I have two books that was put out by this Outdoor Life. This is the Natural Disaster Survival book. 151 survival tactics and tips. Hey, Minnie, thank you very much. This book was priced at $3.99, which isn't bad. It is a soft cover. This is by Weldon Owen. Yeah, scaled. They're pretty popular here where I live, and I know they some up in Ohio and Pennsylvania and a couple of other states. So, um, it gives you the basics, of course, and then cold and wet like snow and rain and flooding. Um, how to rescue people. Hey, Tiger, how are you, hon? High wind advisory, which is like hurricanes and cyclones, what to do during the eye of the storm, the categories of a hurricane, driving in high winds, on shaky ground, avalanches, um, mudslides, earthquakes, volcanoes. We're going to talk about volcanoes in a little bit. Thank you, Tiger. It's okay, hon. Hot and bothered, which is like fires, solar flares, um, wildfires, drought, stuff like that. It even has a section about catch a rain. So this is definitely a good book to get. There it is once again, the Natural Disaster Survival Handbook by Outdoor Life. The next one is once again Outdoor Life. Best New York Times best-selling author of Prepare for Anything, Tim McWelch. The price for it was $7.99. It's from backyard homesteads to bunkers. One day I'll get his camera angle right. And as you can tell, I haven't looked too much at it yet. It's do it yourself, get out there, stake your claim, give me shelter, water of life. The heat is on, power up. Tell us about, how to make meals, different fruits and nuts, backyard critters, get your goat, cow, fish and bugs, being in it for the long haul, how to level up, your stuff and whatnot, how to, make your houses safe, how to be your own doctor, bug out into the wild. From what I've read of them, they're both good. Thank you, David. Once again, this is the book. Awesome, Tiger. Find a place to put these. That way my lap's not full. Um, with hurricane season, you know, right on our doorsteps. I do live in a hurricane prone area, as you guys have heard me talk about before. Thank you, Susanna. They definitely are. Um, I have my prepping for, you know, basically grid down, but now I'm also starting to put together totes for um, like hurricane season to have, separate. A radio prepper. Oh, awesome, Tiger. I would have loved to have seen that. Um, because, in like a hurricane, I'm not going to bug out unless, I absolutely have no other choice. And there's a total of 8 people living in my house right now. And out of all those, I'm the only one that preps. So, it's hard, but when you have 2 kids in the house that is under the age of 5, you kind of tend to do what you have to do. So, I don't know how many of y'all heard, but there was a large earthquake in Argentina today. It was above a 6 on the Richter scale. Yellowstone volcano had a 4.2 this morning as well. Guys, there has been several earthquakes today alone over 5 points on the Richter scale. And I'm talking about that's worldwide. That's not just here in the U.S. Though there has been several that that was up in Alaska. But they do have a volcano up in Alaska that is showing activity. And they did have I want to say it was a 3-point in Maryland today. Yeah, it was around a 3-point. It was like a 3.3 or something like that. It wasn't very big, but it was felt. It was reported. Thank you, Susanna. I'm glad. I love you. The Secretary of Treasury come out today talking about the money situation within the U.S. And when the government goes to telling you to be prepared, there's a shitstorm coming. I mean, it's not the first time they've come out and said, get ready. And now they're talking about power grid issues in the U.S. during the summer. So I'm glad you're off too, Tiger. Ooh. And of course, protesters are protesting in front of the justices' houses. Because the RVW. Let's see. All right. This comes from Fox News. Of course, take it with a grain of salt. David, I've also heard that. Sometimes I forget to do that myself, Susanna. It very well could be Hoop. That, or it could be, one of them false Freddies. Just saying. I wouldn't put it past the administration. Just to be able to go to you know, um, that big country overseas that starts with a R has signaled intent to end the current phase of invasion, cut losses with Kurdish referendum expert. That country appears to desire control of the Dnieper River, which bisects the other country. Right, David? Said country has potentially signaled intent to end the invasion of the other country and integrate the Kurdish region, an intelligence expert told Fox Digital. Said country's leader, press secretary Dmitry Peskov, told journalists that residents of Kurdish must decide for themselves whether they will appeal for integration of the region into that country's territory, according to TASS. Right, Hope? Peskov refused to be drawn on the possibility of a referendum, saying he stated what I wanted to state, but former DIA officer Rebecca Kuffler argued that the country's capital will proceed with a referendum to provide legal justification for that country's intricate incursion. Of course, the dogs is on raise hell, so I do apologize. But to me, it's crazy. We have to, you know, use code terms to be able to. Hang on. Hey, Miss Deanna. Yeah, I heard about that, Susanna. In a lot of adults can deal with they themselves being hungry, but when it comes to our children, it's a different story. We're going to do whatever we have to do to be able to make sure our kids eat. Hey, Widow, how are you? So maybe you don't have a child in your house, but maybe someone has a child. Pick if you have the money. Pick up an extra can of formula. It's very possible, David. These dogs is getting on my nerves. I'm doing good, Widow. It's all right, Tiger. Awesome. I mean, we all know that, they're trying to do everything that they possibly can to get rid of us. They've done everything but come right out and say it. Isabella. But, if we can, we need to help those that we can. Thank you, Tiger. I was nervous about sharing that. Um, that's actually the first time I've ever read any of my work publicly. That's a good idea, Scaled. Thank you, Hoot. I feel it though. Believe you me, I feel it. The last couple of days, I've definitely felt it. My dad actually woke me up this morning by calling me to tell me happy birthday. And then my oldest daughter and my son in law called, and they both wished me a happy birthday. Two of my first cousins wished me a happy birthday all in one call. Awesome, Widow. I know packing can be very hard. Right, Ryan? Thank you, Miss Deanna. I appreciate that. Shoot. I wish, David. I wish. I am 43 years old today. Awesome, Tiger. We've actually got the garden in out at my dad's. Thank you, Widow. I love y'all too very much. Yeah, the last time I was out there, they was about that high. So I'm sure by now they higher. You do not look 31, David. You look like you're about 17, 18 years old. You really do. And actually, Right, David. When I used to work at one of the local restaurants, I had a man get into it with me. He swore up and down I was 12 years old, in which this has been about 12, 13 years ago. So 60 in September, good Lord willing. I hear you, widow. I hear you. I honestly say, I'm not ashamed of how old I am. I never have been. That's the way my mom was. That's the way her mama was. And when I turned 40, I was like, it's just another day. A lot of women kind of have a mental breakdown when they hit 40. And I always swore I'd never be one of them women. Really, David? Huh. Right, Tiger. I am currently in the process of appealing for disability. And I'm here to tell you, they need to hurry up. That's crazy. Half the, most of the time, I'm honest, I do not go back and look at, rewatch my lives or my content. Right, widow? Oh, I do that a lot, Susanna. My dad couldn't remember how old I was until he said, is it 42 or 43? I said 43 because I had to sit there and, count up. Oh, Tiger. Glad you're good now, though. Shoot, David, I wish it worked that way. We have 18 in chat. It's good to see everybody. I'm glad everybody come in to join. I may do another reading of the next chapter of my story, maybe Sunday night, late. Is anyone interested in doing scenario Sunday this week? If so, please feel free to email me. Oh, I know, David. I know. It is what it is. My heart's broken too. Dying hope. Yeah, they're good. They're okay, David. They're okay. It's all right, Tiger. I understand. Yeah. I don't know if y'all have heard, but Georgia has ended the pandemic SNAP benefits as of this month. April was the last month that people were eligible for it. Oh, I remember that, Susanna. Isabella. Easy. I remember that, but my mom was 33 when she had me. Wild Tiger. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. But none of us are perfect. Susanna, you're not old. You're not old at all. I've made my apologies, and it is what it is. Right, Tiger. Yeah, like like Tribe says in the intro I use. Once again, huge shout out and props to Keith and Tribe. Keith made the video and added Tribe's beat to it. Once again, thank you both very much. Um, like Tribe says in the beat that we use for it, life's such a bitch. So how about the sun throwing more X-class solar flares at us? Have y'all heard about that? Oh, and we have a full lunar eclipse Sunday. A blood moon solar eclipse. I mean, lunar eclipse, sorry. Not yet, widow. Or we're not. I hadn't heard anything about it around me. Right, David? Yeah, it's Sunday night, and the U.S. will be able to see it fully from start to finish. They are pretty hoot. They really are. I'm hoping that I'll actually be able to get some decent footage of it this time. I'm gonna be canning ghee tonight. I'm gonna try it on my own. Let's hope I do it right. Oh well. And on the subject of canning, I received a case of jars from Amazon. It did not have who it was from or anything. So I do not know who sent them to me, but I do want to say thank you very much. They are very much appreciated. Shoot, Tiger. I'm not touching that one. Mm-mm. Uh, what do you mean, widow? I mean, Tiger, if you want to do a backstage with me, we can do it that way. My family has been saying they have been seeing look-alike family members. My dad saw someone who looked and acted like his sister, and my grandma saw someone who looked like her other son. I believe it, David. I believe in doppelgangers. And I don't mean the vampire diary type of doppelganger. Me too, Susanna. The eclipse is happening Sunday. The moon is on come. The earth is on come between the sun and the moon, I think it is. And I know Mars is involved in there somewhere too, so I haven't really studied up on it. Like I said, it's been a crazy week. Thank you for your vote of confidence, Hope. I'll definitely remember to do that. Thank you, Tiger. I'll definitely send you the link for sure. I know I've got 5 pounds of butter in my refrigerator that needs to be done. Right, David? Me too, Hoot. Me too. And I know there's very few people that has my address, so anytime, widow. Anytime. Yeah, I'm thinking about start dehydrating with the oven. Susanna. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes, guys. That way y'all can get y'all something to eat and something to drink before POTB goes live. Right, Susanna? Ooh, I didn't realize that, Tiger. Can you do like meat and it would work, or would you need an actual dehydrator for meat? And I was looking on YouTube today. There's ways to go about canning without having a pressure canner. Awesome, Tiger. You too, widow. David, I'm staying out of it because, yeah, uh, I was involved, so I got you, Tiger. And like I said, I made my apologies, but it is what it is. All right, Widow, stay safe, hun. Thank you for coming in. Gotcha, Tiger. It really is best to stay out of it. I completely agree. And from now on, that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. No, I'm just going to stay to myself. No, you're good, David. No worries, no worries. I hear you, Tiger. I hear you. I mean, I'll continue to support, the channels that I like. You know, I'll go watch, but that's it. That's right, Hope. No need to be screamed at either, but that's neither here nor there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I want to say thank y'all for coming in and listening. Uh, Not sure what I'm gonna do Friday yet, but I'll come up with something, I'm sure. And like I said, if y'all want to do scenario Sunday, just hit me up with an email and we'll get it set up. Oh, I hear you, Tiger. I hear you. And I'm gonna let the music take us out. Actually, I'm gonna let the wolves take us out. Thank you, Susanna. Love y'all.